Welcome to another MPA Production stream. I am the guild leader from the MPA community. The live stream we do Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, where we work on community-related projects. You can find the links to all our channels on top of the Twitch, on top of the YouTube, including our Discord. Please join us there if you're not already a member. It's the Music Production Arena Discord community, and we'll find SoundCloud, YouTube, and other channels there as well. All right, so this is, what is today? Tuesday, day 2 of week 2, season 2, 222. So we've been working hot and heavy on community collabs, season 2 of the community collabs, and we've been collecting samples from members of the MPA community, and we've got quite a few samples. So I'm doing it in 2-week blocks this time. A little bit, or I kind of did that season 1, but actually season 1 was just a big test pilot situation going on. This season I planned it out a little bit more. I'm definitely getting into it. And as far as season 3 goes, that will be all, whether I do a season 3 or not is all determined on like how season 2 goes. So depending on how season 2 goes, I mean, we'll decide later about season 3. But for now, let's just focus on season 2. We broke it down. I purposely stretching them out to be like longer projects. Yes, I could have gone real quick and just done each week, done a new thing and finished like a real short EP real quick. But I realize that most people I'm contacting, they need time to get involved, need time to get the samples. A lot of people are busy with school and other work and other projects. So I think doing the whole season is going to take about 10 weeks total. And we're already in week 2. And I'm doing it in 2-week blocks. So I'll just do a rundown again of how that works, because I don't think I did it this week yet. So first 2 weeks collecting samples, and we're already second week of that. We've been collecting samples from members and reaching out to various members of the community and asking them if they want a collab, and then explaining to them what the collabs are all about, and then getting samples, adding the samples to folders, with their name on it. And then the following 2 weeks, so week 3 and 4, I'm going to take all those samples that were sent to me and I added to the folders and collected and stuff. And I'm going to start creating loops out of them. I'm going to start creating loops out of the samples, and I'm going to spend 2 weeks creating loops. I'm really excited about those 2 weeks because I really enjoy resampling and creating loops and using all the different kind of plugins, stuff, various plugins to do that. So going to be creating lots of loops and naming the loops based on the producer that sent the samples originally, the key of the track, the key of the loop. Not really picking tracks yet, but going to make the key of the loop, and also going to figure out the BPM and all that stuff and put it all in there. So then when we start building the tracks, we're going to be working with loops that are very organized and a lot of loops to choose from. Hey, Fox. No Fox samples today. It's okay. It might be a short day, or it might be kind of a slow day, because I'm going to go through the samples that I got, which were a few more, but I'm also going to definitely work on this spreadsheet during the stream today. We do need that background music. Maybe you could send me some background music, some easy listening background music we can play while I'm working on the spreadsheet. So we're going to put down all the names that I have on these 2 pieces of paper here. And we're going to put everyone's name down on the spreadsheet, and then we're going to go through and color code or somehow figure out who sent samples, who were waiting on samples, who doesn't want to send samples anymore, or people that were just from last season, that haven't sent samples yet or chose to. And we'll get all those members on the spreadsheet here so we can get an idea of what we're working with and how many people we've got so far. Party Killer Tunes. Speaking of Party Killer and the spreadsheet, here's the first name I put on here. Party Killer Tunes. Let's see. Remove this. All right. So yeah. So today, after we listen to a few samples, I'm going to work on the spreadsheet. This week and last week, the streams can be a little shorter just because we're just listening to samples. We're gearing up for the season. We're gearing up for season 2 by collecting samples. Starting next week, what I've planned to do, the streams will probably be consistently 2 hours each, because I'm going to be creating loops out of the samples, and I could do that all day. Party Killer Tunes is going to be doing some vocals for us at some point. We just got to get Party Killer some tracks to do the vocals on, and I think I have the perfect beat for that. Party Killer saying, I'm finally going to be making a music video. That's great. You've been talking about it, and your skills are definitely up there. You're getting good. So I'd like to see what you come up with. All right. So speaking a little of music videos and collabs, so I'm still gonna take season 1 collabs, come up with little video clips for them, and post them on the Instagram. And I'm gonna use the visualizer inside of FL Studio, of course. So what is it called? It's called Z Game Editor. Z Game Editor. So there's that. We can work on that sometimes later after the season or after hours, where I'm gonna take just 1-minute clips from the collabs and create one like little music videos using the game editor. Yeah. The camera up. Camera out of the way. MPA Production stream, live streaming. How does it say that already? Oh, it's because that's the information that I have. Hey, that's cool. A little too easy. Too easy. And, you know, of course we want to tweak it and make it our own, but it doesn't matter too much. Since this is all for fun anyways, you know, I'm all about the presets. We can just grab some of these preset videos, tweak them a little, put the information in here, make 1-minute clips for the tracks we have for season 1. And of course, when we're done with season 2, we can do that. Post those on Instagram. All right. Close out of that. Okay, so quick just announcements, because I know I'm just always skipping around here. Just a reminder, Music Production Arena Spooky Challenge has been going. We haven't got any submissions yet. I know there's a couple people definitely working on it, because someone's about to submit. They were asking me where to submit. You know, it doesn't really matter how many people actually submit. We would like to see a lot more, but, you know, some of these competitions, it's always just been about 3 or 4, 5 maybe people submitting with these spooky challenges and some of the other ones. You know, our most successful competitions that we do are the producer battles, and there is a producer battle 11 coming up around the corner. So hopefully we get a good turnout for producer battle 11. But if you want to participate in the spooky challenge, it's easy. Just I keep trying to click on this screen with my mouse, but that's not going to work because that's just the capture of my phone. That's happened there. Okay, I got to use. So we have the MPA Spooky Challenge. Download the sample pack. Find the sample pack in the Discord community. Download the sample pack. Create a spooky challenge using the samples from the pack. You can add your own samples as well. Submit this track into the MPA Discord in the event submission channel by October 28th. Should probably repost this. I'll do that. Repost it here and ping people again. But anyway, here's the link to that. If anyone wants to go ahead and grab those samples. Those samples were submitted by members of the community. Thanks for that. And get some spooky sounding tracks to listen to by the end of the month, and then we're gonna pick the winners. This is mainly for self-promo and networking and just something to do. Fun little challenge. But there is a first place prize of 1 month Discord Nitro. MPA Spooky Challenge. All right, the MPA Community Support playlist. I reposted some more music on there. A lot of good stuff coming out from our members. If you want, what am I looking for? SoundCloud.com. SoundCloud.com. If you want us to listen to your music and repost it, make sure you're following us, because we're only following the people that have followed our SoundCloud back. And because that's how I know you want to participate in the community, is by following us back and joining our Discord and Instagram and things like that. But if you do follow SoundCloud, be sure to follow you back. Check out your music as you post it. And I'm trying to find, you know, decent music, at least decent music for now. Plus, what I mean is I'm not being too picky at this point for quality control. I really just want to support the community by showing off. Where do I go? I want to show off the fact that members in the community are releasing music and when they do it. So I repost quite a bit of the stuff I see. There is kind of a quality check. The thing is, everyone in the community is pretty good at this point that I pay attention to, anyways. It seems good enough to repost their stuff and at least share it here. But at some point in the future, the community support playlist, which you'll find here, I am gonna start getting over time. We're gonna get more picky with these. They're gonna start sounding better and better, and it's gonna be the best of the best. And doesn't mean it's gonna be a different group of people. It's just gonna mean as everyone here gets better, because we're all getting better every day, our music's gonna get better, and we're really gonna be able to aim for quality control on the playlist by saying, okay, come on, let's make some good music for the playlist. Let's get the playlist reposted and shared, and then you're just your casual music listeners will check it out just to find good underground up and coming artists and stuff like that. So that's the idea. It's a startup promo channel on SoundCloud, Music Production Arena, SoundCloud. Follow us there. MPA Community Collab Season 2. Of course, that's what we've been talking about, and that's what we're working on today. Collecting more samples. Mainly just going to listen to the samples I had come in yesterday, and then work on the spreadsheet today. Might be a shorter stream. Starting next week on Monday, we're going to be making loops, and those streams will be pretty consistently 2 hours long and a lot of fun. We're going to be messing around with all kinds of apps, third-party apps and plugins to manipulate the samples. It's going to be a good time. Be sure to check back next week for sure. We're still looking for samples this week, so if you can send samples, go ahead and send them my way. We'll listen to them live on stream. If not, we'll listen to them tomorrow whenever I get them. I haven't gone through the amino here in a minute. Yeah, I'll go through later. My bad. I haven't been. I've actually only been now reposting the main blog post for the events because it's really good for that. I need to go through and repost some music and stuff. A lot of members still don't take the time to make a detailed post for their amino posts, so I've always looked for more quality, like detailed blog posts if I'm going to repost it. But it is what it is at this point. All right, so let's get into this. Going to be listening to some samples that were sent to me. Probably close out of that for now. All right, what do we got up here on the screen? We got the Discord. I need to go through some of the samples that were sent to me yesterday. More people joined. We have quite a few. So once we finish the spreadsheet today, we're gonna actually be able to see, like, get a good visual of like how many people we have joined the new season, how many people we've already sent us samples and things like that. Okay, so first up, let's just go down the list of people that added to the list since yesterday. It was cool. CJ Kamikaze stopped by yesterday, and they said they're probably gonna send some more samples, and we still have samples from CJ from yesterday. I mean, from last season. Okay. Second, look at my pages here: page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. So it's gonna be here on page 4. Okay, so Elford, longtime member of the community, is going to be joining the collab, I'm sure. So Elford said, yeah, I'm in England, so it's around 11 p.m. my time. So it's late for Elford. They might not be able to catch the stream, maybe the replay though. And they said, what did they say? Been working on some samples recently. Actually, I save a lot of presets so I can export a few single hits and some synthish as well. That'd be cool. Nice. That's perfect. That would be a lot of fun. Of course, that's what I said. Yeah, sounds like fun. Great. So Elford's going to be joining us. We haven't got the samples yet. Also, producer Lost. Sounds awesome. I'll check out the stream later. So they're going to maybe be sending us some samples. I was just mentioning I'm collecting samples and we'll be building tracks with them. And there will be multiple producer tracks. So, explaining the way it's working. So we're waiting on samples from Lost as well. Mr. AK. Mr. KK is going to be joining, it seems. So it goes MIDI one shots like this. I said one shots and loops work best, but MIDI is also good. And it says no rush, but as soon as you do, check them out on stream. Okay, so then great. And thank you for this great opportunity. No, thank you for joining. This will be a lot of fun. Yeah. Awesome. So I'm happy to have Mr. KK aboard, and I appreciate their enthusiasm, excitement for the challenge. So, all right, and then Paul Vaughn from Japan. Paul Vaughn Lecter. No deadline, no rush. Oh, they will be ongoing, but when you do send something, I'll check them out on stream. Just explaining the competition. They said, I wish I could make something valuable. They had to go to bed. So, looks like they're interested, and we'll probably be sending some samples. So, some new people joining, potentially. Haven't got many samples from them, though, but we did, I think, get some samples yesterday. Just got to remember who sent me the samples. Was it Young? No. We already listened to the Young thing. It was... Oh, yeah, we're going to listen to some Dead Cousin samples today, too. We're going to open those up. It was... Hasrael sent some more stuff. And some MIDI. More MIDI and an F and F whip. I don't know if we might already listen to the F and F whip. This might be an updated version. It says actually for the F and F whip, I may just send you stems if the whole thing is too hard to work with. Send the MIDI. So Hasrael sent something new. We'll check that out. Moreland. I gotta get Moreland access to their folder, and they might be sending some more samples. Great. So that's pretty much it for the new samples and new people joining. But let's work on this. Let's listen to some of the samples and let's work on the spreadsheet today. It's gonna be a short stream, short and simple. But we're streaming Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, so you can check back each day. And as I keep saying, next week's gonna be a lot more entertaining in the sense that there's gonna be a lot more programs, apps, and stuff happening within music, actually making music. So we're going to be creating loops and samples. Creating loops from the samples and also giving those loops away. So there's going to be free samples to give out and adding them to not only sample packs, but as I was showing off yesterday, I've got what do you call this? Ableton intro. I got Ableton intro. We're going to be building up loop packs here. You know how Ableton's so good with session view. We're going to load in a lot of the loops here and the time stretching capabilities and all that stuff that Ableton's going to do for us. And that's going to how we're going to load up the different loop packs, hand those out in different ways, but this is going to help us come up with the ideas for the songs, which we'll be building in the following 2 weeks. You know, I never did finish. I was starting the stream off today by talking about the schedule, and I never finished that. I'm just realizing, but let me go ahead and finish. So following weeks 3 and 4 is going to be weeks 5 and 6, and that's where we're going to take the loops that we create, and we're going to start building the drops and the build-ups and the arrange parts for the songs, not the actual arrangements. But weeks 4 and 5, build up the sections of the songs, and then 6 and 7, I'm going to build the arrangements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Weeks 7 and 8, I'm going to build the arrangements, and then 9 and 10, whatever. Final 2 weeks, I'm going to do the mix and master. Doing 2-week increment, 2-week blocks. So that's how that's working. Next week's going to be the loops. Loops. Putting them into here, and also put them into some BandLab projects. We were experimenting with that the other day, and BandLabs are really great for online free collaborative DAW for people to use. So if I was to drop a lot of the loops into BandLab and share those BandLab projects, we're going to be messing around with that. Got some other fun ideas too. So, all right. Today, let's go and listen to real quick the sample that was sent to us by Hasrael. Refresh. Downloads. We might have already heard this. I feel like we already heard this. Okay, we did get the MIDI though. So we can check out the MIDI as well, but we got F and F whip. They were just saying that they could also send the, if it's easier, they'll send the stems, which, and then they sent the MIDI. So honestly, it would be easier with the stems and the MIDI, but I'll work with whatever gets sent my way. Yeah, I feel like we listened to this yesterday. Yeah, we did. Let's take that MIDI and open it up on. It seems like it's been processed a little different though. Looks like I have a lot of this already is what it is. Okay. So this is the good, so that's nice that we have that and we can chop that up, but what's real nice is that they sent the MIDI file here. Gotta probably find the right BPM. Crazy. Well, the BPM's probably not the right BPM, but we can find out. We can do a lot with this because we got a lot of presets coming in from different members as well for different like Serum and Vital, other things like that. We can run MIDI through presets. I decided I probably will get one. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting 1 month of Serum on Splice because I don't own Serum. I might rent it for 1 month. They have the rent to own program on there, and I'll rent it for a month, and we'll use it to run a bunch of. So people could send me presets for their presets for Serums. I'll load up their presets, y'all's presets, and then I really won't touch the presets much. I'll then run different MIDI that's sent to me, and we can create loops from MIDI from one producer and preset from another producer. Great, things like that. We're all about the collabs here on the MPA Production Arena stream. Very nice. Some other sounds. Gotta figure out the proper BPM for this. Just checking out the MIDI by using different sounds. I actually have an ARP on it, so it sounds a little different than it's supposed to. All right. As I said, next week we're going to be doing a lot more of that, messing around, but it'll be good. But for now, we're just checking things out. That's the MIDI sent to us by Hazrael. Add it to the folder. They sent quite a bit of stuff for this track titled Ink, so we'll probably definitely keep that as one of the main titles on the album playlist thing. But that's for season 1. I pulled that up as a reference because we're going to be making the season 2 spreadsheet today, and I want to make sure I copy that right. I think I need to drag folder here for producers, and I need to add a line at the top. You already messed up here. Go insert one above, and I can pull this down here, pull this here, title this producers. All right, we'll do that in a little bit. But got quite a few people to add to the list. Anyways, this is an example of season 1, how we organized it. And we want to make sure we get. It's going to have all the links again to the project files and the final tracks, information about the key and the BPM. All right, so Hazrael and some MIDI. That was cool. And I'll take off this arpeggio. All right, what else did we get? We didn't get much yesterday. I messaged a bunch more people. You know, I didn't message people Monday mornings. What was the problem? And we didn't get that same amount of momentum, but it's okay because I'm about to make it through the entire list of Discord members anyways, and we're going to run out. So by the end of the week, we've probably contacted everyone and collected as many samples as we can. So going into next week, we have plenty, and that's why I really want to build a spreadsheet and get that ready. What am I missing? Okay, did anyone else send me anything? If you sent me something and I forget to listen to it, I'm sorry. Just remind me after you watch the stream or whenever you see me again, or whenever you talk to me again. Just remind me that you sent me something. But if not, it's fine. We've actually, for those that have been paying attention that were here last week and yesterday and stuff, you realize we've got a lot of samples. I would like to have more, but we actually got a lot, and I think we got more than we had in season 1. Even we definitely got a lot of new names to add to that list. So. Good. And I predict and I hope that a lot of members from season 1, when they check back in and see that season 2 is going strong, they'll jump on board then at that point. So let's go ahead and build that spreadsheet. Again, if anyone wants to send me, and this, whatever, send me some easy listening background music from your own just an FLP project or a file, and I'll play it. But if other than that, it's going to be kind of dead air while I work on this spreadsheet and just mumble stuff. All right, what I want to do is fill out the spreadsheet. So I'm going to pull up the information. Let's see here. I'm going to use it as a reference. That's from season 1. Maybe I'll pull that one over to this screen. And I'm going to pull the new one over to this screen. We estimated a total of 8 collabs again. We tried to do 10 season 1, and for whatever reason 2 of them weren't coming together, and I also kind of felt like it was too much anyways, so I put it down to 8, and that just felt right. So I'm probably do the same. CJ Kamikaze came back. CJ saying I will send some stuff later today. I got off work not too long ago and just been ghosting on stream. Nice, appreciate it, CJ. I'm real excited about the collabs if you can't tell, and I've had your name down on the list as potential since season 1, so it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be good because I'm finally gonna get you into the collabs for sure this season. And yeah, as soon as you send those samples, I'll check them out on live stream so we can kind of document what's sent to us as they come in, and we'll figure out where they belong. As I was saying, we're gonna have 8 total tracks. Each one is gonna have multiple producers on the track, and the real fun part for me, I mean, one of the exciting parts is like not knowing what it's quite going to sound like yet, because all we've been doing is listening to the samples as they're coming in, and now it's like I'm sitting here looking at, okay, we're going to have 8 tracks. We have way more than 8 people participating, so it's going to be interesting to fit all the different random samples that were sent to us into these 8 tracks, which is exactly what I enjoy doing when it comes to making music. So it's gonna be interesting. I started picking some BPMs. The BPMs. The reason why I picked these BPMs, because as I was mentioning a lot last week, I'm doing some other collaborative jams on the side, like on the weekends with that Endless app and community, and just kind of combined it a little. I just matched the BPMs to the same projects I have going on over there. The reason why I did that is so, like, if I get some good samples collected over on the other project, and then reach out to that producer and say, hey, do you want to join the collabs? I have collabs on Twitch and YouTube. Do you want to join? And if that producer says yes, like which has already happened with Dead Cousin, that one producer, Dead Cousin was like, yeah, sure, I'll join. I can take the samples that I got from the Saturday project and bring them over to here. So I was like, well, why don't I just go ahead and choose these 6 BPMs here, because they're popular BPMs, and all the samples that are sent to me, we could definitely time stretch them and make them fit in these. Then I also have the keys that I'm gonna put here. It's super, it's so simple to time stretch and pitch around a sample, so y'all don't have to really worry too much about the key and the BPM when you're sending it to me, as long as I know what the key is. But if you want to send samples a little bit more designed for the projects, here's a little bit of a hint of like the BPMs probably going to end up with. One of these tracks, collab 7 or 8, is going to be Reba's speedcore track. I said we're going to go ahead and do, because they sent some samples designed for speedcore music. For those that don't know, that's supposed to be 1,000 BPMs or more, which is, I just can't fathom that in my brain. But I'm definitely going to do a track at like, we're definitely going to do a really fast sounding track around 1,000 BPMs or 500, 250, 125. 125 beats per minute, but with very fine resolution. We're going to do a really fast track. And because Reba sent some samples, so that'll probably be one of these. And then I'm also leaving this open because I think we've got a lot of projects that were sent to me that are a little more complete, and we're going to grab one of those BPMs from there also. So that's going to be the BPMs of the tracks, and if we give it just a second, we'll go ahead and pull up the keys, the key of the tracks. Let's open up in the studio. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to fill the spreadsheet out today. But before I do that, I'm going to open up, this is Endless Studio Windows beta version. I'm just beta testing this. This is not even designed really to be used on stream yet, because this is a Windows beta, like closed alpha beta. I almost feel like at this point, because it was only sent to like a handful of people. But this is the app I've been using on the Mac version, which is a lot more complete, by the way. But since I have the beta, see, it just crashed. If I can just get into it. The idea was going to be to pull out those samples from the jams, and Dead Cousin sent some samples. But also, this is where I have those jam rooms labeled, so we can look at them. If anything, we'll just pull it up on the phone over here. I gotta remember the key of the tracks is the thing. So I'm gonna pull up the app. See if we can't get in here. My jams. Okay, that keeps crashing. Don't worry about that. They're working on a new build already, I'm sure. They just wanted to send it out to a few of us to get tested. But before we do that, let me just quickly pull up. There it is. This little thing, I can pull up my phone again. I kind of closed that on it. We'll pull up the NS. We'll figure out the key of these tracks, because we need that information for the spreadsheet. I was talking a lot of last week about this whole collaborative project with them, and it worked out in my opinion, although I had a problem with the live stream, like the audio was all glitchy. I didn't realize afterwards. But the thing about the whole thing is, like a lot of the projects I do, I just kind of keep doing and stick and going with whatever works. So I'm going to continue to do some streams and jam and collab and meet people over there. It's just not going to be an official time slot like these collabs are. It's going to be a little bit more casual. Probably still do something weekly. But that'll be on the Twitch, the Discord for those that want to catch that. All right, so we have Endless pulled up here now. The mobile version. Probably the most stable version is the iOS version of the app. Well, I don't know. The Mac version is also pretty stable, but they've been developing this for since last year, it seems, and it's come a long way. Big fan. Okay, so we got the different rooms here. I need this information for. So we got. Let's just look here real quick. 138 beats per minute, C minor. Sorry, pull that up over here again. Okay, so the 100 38. We need to do some. We can do major key though, so it can be the major key relative. So this is C minor or D major, D sharp major. How that works. So we want to get a track around 138 beat per minute. That could be like a trance track, or if you do a halftime beat, it can be any kind of style of like dark trap or hip hop or any kind of beat like that. R&B if you go halftime on it. Country rock and all that stuff will fit right into 138, no problem. Any style, any BPM. Just 138 is kind of a target, so we don't have to time stretch too much, you know. So if y'all want to start working on samples at 138 beats per minute, C minor, that'd be good. Okay, we also have 110 D minor. Again, these are jam rooms that I'm jamming with in another project that I'm doing. And it's a collaborative project. And at the beginning of the season, I announced the season to this community as well. So the idea and thought behind that is people will be joining from there too. So D minor, F major relative at 110 beats per minute. Someone wants to send samples at that, 110 beats per minute. D minor, F major. All right. What else we got? 80 beats per minute, F sharp minor. A major relative. So really haven't decided if these tracks are going to be in the minor or the major key, but we could fit samples from either or easily. The way that's going to work. So I like minor key. I'd be happy if all the tracks were in minor key, but I think something was already sent to us in major anyways. And but I don't. I mean, I'm open to switching these, flipping these over to the major key, no problem. Okay, 150 beats per minute, F minor. G sharp major. 128. 128 is A minor. C major. 174 is E minor. Oh. 174 E minor, G major relative. Okay, so there's the key. This is a good, like, so just looking at that, that gives us a good idea of what the tracks are going to start kind of looking like. But honestly, the BPMs and the key does not tell you genre, you know, because you can actually fit so many genres, and especially if you're talking about rock music and other kind of genre and classical music and other genres that, you know, outside of electronic. These BPMs are open to many of those genres. Now, thinking electronic music, yeah, that's pretty much, you know, you think drum and bass at 124, you think like tech house and other styles of house at 128. You think 150 is good for, you know, trap and dubstep when you go halftime, or be really fast trance music. 80 beats per minute is good for a lot of that halftime stuff, but you can also do double, which is 160, which is good for like slower drum and bass or breakbeat stuff. 138 beats per minute is perfect for trance. Again, going halftime, you're going to find many other genres in the halftime of 138. 110 is going to be great for glitch hop, stuff like that. But again, you can double this stuff up at 220 BPM or, you know, half 110, 55. It's all for fun. And then we got collab 7 and 8, which haven't figured those out yet, but that's actually going to be based on some of the samples that were sent to me. So we'll just figure that out as we listen to those samples again. All right. So as you can see, I have those 6 jam rooms. This app is the Endless app I have pulled up over here. If you're at all interested, you can always direct message me about that, and I'll share more. And then on Saturdays, I actually kind of play around with this app and some other fun programs I have. So if you want to catch any of the extra content, follow the Twitch page, because I really only stream that stuff to the Music Production Arena Twitch channel, sometimes my personal YouTube page. All right, let's get back to this spreadsheet. Now that we have the keys, good. That is good. We're not really going to need FL Studio anymore today, but I'll still leave it up. Oh yeah, and Ableton. Back to this. Need some lo-fi study beats to listen to, but I don't want to get copyright stuff, so I'm not going to play anything. I'm not going to play anything from the internet. Okay, collab 1. 174 beats per minute. Okay, we don't. Okay, so now we're just going to jump down here to where we can put in the producer names. Start filling in. That's that. The list. The list. Resize. All right, for those that might tune out during this tedious part of the stream, I say thanks for joining anyways today or watching the replay back. Appreciate everyone's been getting involved with season 2. I'm real excited about it. I'm happy with the schedule that I have for it because it's going to stretch things out, makes things, give people more time to get involved. 2 weeks of this, 2 weeks of that, 2 weeks of this, be 10 weeks for the total season. And then even take a week after that to upload everything. So stretching it out like that is going to make it feel like there's always something happening on the stream. You got time to send stuff. You can check back in later, watch the replays, and kind of check in, see where it's at. And not going to move too fast. It also gets more people involved. Instead of doing like 4 or 5 tracks, we're going to do 8+ tracks. So just more people involved. That means the more people are going to watch the stream. More people watch the stream. More people get involved. So it's just kind of like, as I say, the motivation, other than the collabs, the big motivation for me is to get the community to be more active, give people things to do. Check back tomorrow, streaming the same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, next Monday, as I keep saying, we're going to start creating loops. A lot more involved and interesting streams those will be because of all the stuff all the plugins and stuff I'm going to be using. All right, Party Killer Tunes. And I'm still going to be collecting samples till the very end, so it's never too late to send samples. And so there's that. Okay. Party Killer Tunes number 1. To do this, I have an idea. To get started, this huge list, I'm going to pull up the folder over here. So it's the MPA collected samples. First, we're going to start with the list of people that have actually sent samples. And then I'm going to add more people that said they're going to send samples. We're going to have quite a big list. So let me just I'm going to erase Party Killer for now. We're going to write Alpha J. Alpha J has sent samples this season. So I'm going to start with, okay, if the member has sent samples this season, they're going to be green. I'm going to put them in green. So that's going to go. Next is Untitled. Has sent samples this season. If they sent samples last season, I'm going to put them in like blue or something. And then down at the bottom of the list, we're going to put a bunch of people that we're waiting on. Put them in like orange or something. Then underneath that, put a list of people that I don't know. I probably won't put any more after that. I'll probably just be the people that I've already sent samples, the people that we're waiting on samples from, and then the people from last season, because those people are still involved with the project overall. So okay, Antimatter has sent stuff this season. We have Base Genix. We're green on Base Genix. Green light. Green light. Bobby sent some stuff this season. We haven't. So this is good. This is good so far. We haven't got. So again, this list over here on the right is both from this season and last season. So, but green is just for people that have sent stuff for this season. So we're all green so far. All right, Bobby. Okay, then we get to BTSEM. They have not sent anything, but we're waiting on them, I believe. So I'm going to put a yellow light. Waiting. BTSEM. Chef Blue sent something. Let's see. Go green on Chef Blue. Chicka Pryor. So maybe. Chicka Pryor. Okay, so this one's not going to be. Yeah, yellow's from last season. Chicka Pryor is. They know about the project. They said maybe they will if they get time and stuff. We're going to put the. Pryor. CJ Kamikaze. We've got samples already, and they're also sending more. So we're going to go green on CJ Kamikaze. Take my headphones off. I really wish I had some music to listen to, but I'm not going to pull anything up. Okay, unless someone wants to send me something, y'all can send me stuff for feedback or tracks to show off if you want. Send me unreleased tracks. We'll check them out here on stream. So we ain't got nothing else to listen to today, but I'm just going to be filling this out for the next hour. Okay, CJ Kamikaze. Got Cyclops. EYCLOPZ. Here's the thing. I got samples from Cyclops. They're old samples from a track titled Press Mute. I'm pretty sure they said I could use them. I'm going to have to check back in the messages. But I'm going to green light it. So I got those samples. It was an old collab we started. And we can use those. I'm pretty sure. I'll change it if they say no. But from last I remember, they said go for it. All right, Daryl Wolin. Daryl Wolin is orange. I do have samples. Okay, I need another color here because Daryl Wolin is another one I have samples from, but haven't got their agreement that I could use them for this project necessarily. But I would like to reach out to them and ask them. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go here to. I'm gonna make both the real Roland and Cyclops's colors. Blue. I got samples from them. I need to ask them if I can use them for this season of collabs. Okay. Dead Cousin. Oh yeah, we didn't get those samples pulled out because it kept crashing on me, but we got samples from Dead Cousin. I think we listened to some of them. And I believe they updated more, but I could be wrong. But regardless, we'll be getting samples from a jam I'm doing with them. A little collaborative jam project. Okay, Dead Cousin. I'm gonna go green on Dead Cousin. DK. DJ Shadow Wolf. Did they send anything yet? I don't think so. DJ Shadow Wolf. This is all from last season. Oh, but they sent World at War. I'm gonna say they did. I'm gonna go green on DJ Shadow. That was actually two things they sent last season we didn't use. So I'm gonna reach out to DJ Shadow Wolf and say, hey, we still got World at War. Do that right now. DJ Shadow Wolf. Hi, Shadow. Just letting you know. Let's go. I still have your account. Hey, DJ Shadow Wolf. We'll put Shadow Wolf in blue also, but I'm pretty sure Shadow Wolf sent that already for the collabs anyway, so that's probably gravy. Shadow. Next up, we have DLC Ninja. Waiting on samples from DLC Ninja, I believe. Already forgetting the color system. Okay, I'm waiting on samples from DLC Ninja. The problem is, it's not really a problem, but the funny thing is they sent me samples, a lot of samples a while back, and I lost them. I cannot find them in any of my hard drives. And I know I backed them up. It's just like one of those things that I know I did. Like, I remember having the samples. I remember going, I got to keep these. I don't want to lose them. I backed them up to some Google Drive or hard drive or something. I can't find them. DLC Ninja said they will send them again. So I'm going to reach out to them and see. Send some samples. Send some samples. Sorry, I'm going to be a little OCD real quick and just kind of change these colors around. Let's go with, I want this to be yellow and I want this. Okay, so yellow, I got to talk to them. Orange is, they already know. I'm not going to bother them anymore necessarily. Blue is, I've got samples, or I'm waiting on samples from them. Blue's waiting on samples. Yellow is got samples. I just gotta talk to them, and then they'll become. I don't know anymore. I'm done confused myself. Anyways, let's move on. DLC Ninja Evolve Impact. Evolve. They're involved, but I'm waiting on their samples. We're gonna go blue. How do you make green? You mix blue and yellow together to make green. Yellow, give yellow. Okay, evolving. Knows about the challenge, knows about the competitions and the events. I mean, it's not a competition. They know about the collabs and we're waiting on the send stuff. So that's evolving. Fishing Hoax sent some stuff. Green on fishing. What do we have next? Fox of Galaxy. Oh, I don't know. Has Fox sent anything? Green on Fox. Godly Remixer. Godly. Is that how you spell Godly? Godly. I think that's how they spell their name. Godly Remixer. We're waiting on samples from Godly. Right. Hazrael sent us some stuff. H-A-Z-Z. Wait, no. Hazarral. If I get anyone's name spelled wrong and you see it on stream, you see it in any of the documents, you just reach out to me and I will change it. I did that a lot on the SoundCloud stuff last season also. Heim. I must have sent some stuff because I got the pack here. I got the folder. Is it empty? No, we got a recent track from Heim. That's right. I remember now. Heim sent some stuff. They might be trying to get the stems for us. It's just like a one shot. Green on Heim. Hydro Boy sent some stuff. I am Jet's gonna send some stuff. Waiting on samples from Jet. Okay, Infinite Phoenix sent a sample. Infinite Phoenix is green. Jazzerado, we have stuff from Jazzerado. Jezzerado. Green on Jazzy. Plugging my phone here. You'll still see the thing if I do that. Okay, so Infinite Phoenix, Jazzerado, KP. Have they sent stuff yet? I don't know. Okay, KPSU. Hit son. Let's open up this pack. Geo Collab. I can't remember if these were for season 1. I think these were for season 1. We gotta do some investigating real quick. Let's go to KP's messages. KP. See, here's some stuff right here. Sample things. Did we never listen to these on stream? Okay. Yes. Mortal Kombat. Love it. Stop. Spook. Oh, these might be for the. No, these were for the Spooky Challenge. And while I'm on that, double check to make sure I added them to the folder. So we got case samples online. Community challenge packs. KP. Okay, cool. I did. Okay. So they haven't sent samples for season 2 yet. That's okay. Sneak peek at season 2. Here's a sneak peek at season 2. 150 OES in the zone now. More stuff coming shortly. As the point, I've basically decided that I'll take some of the melodic bits. I don't know if these are orchestra hit plus bass. Okay, so they do get stuff. I just haven't listened to it yet. There's a streaming. Streaming. Hi. I found. Okay. KP. Got. Need the rest. Whenever. Is that right? Whenever. KP. So KP did send some stuff. I got to make sure I get that. I don't know if we ever listened to that one sample. So if I go to the download folder, stay organized here. My files. Downloads. There's an orchestra hit. Plus bass. So we'll cut that. KP pack. I'll paste it here. Got that at least. Okay, guys. So we're green on KP. Next up, Polinsky. Kolynski. Polinsky. Green on Kolynski. This is already a pretty good example of how many more people we got this season than last season. I'm just going in alphabetical order. And this of a list of people that we've already got samples from both seasons, including both seasons. And the green ones are that are involved with season 2. So there's more green than others. And then here's the thing: this is just the list of people that have sent samples. After we get done with this, I got to go through the list of people that have not sent the samples that we're waiting on. There's going to be a lot more blue. So this list, quite a few people for season 2, more than I thought. And we're still collecting samples because it's 2 weeks of collecting samples, which gives us time. All right, I need a drink of water. Found it. Okay, who do we got next? Polinsky's green. Maxi Waxy sent samples. Maxi Waxy. Green on Maxi Waxy. Minty Mist. Minty Mist is someone we're waiting on. Minty Mist. And it's a big kind of like a maybe at this point, but still I'm going to go with waiting. What was yellow again? Yellow is I have samples, I just need to talk to them. And then they'll become green. Or maybe blue or something. Or orange. I don't know. Minty Mist. Mr. Fox. We got samples from Mr. Fox this season. Is Mr. Fox one word? I think it's 2 words. Fox. Green on Mr. Fox. Moreland. We have Moreland samples this season. And I'm going to add the Moreland. They said they might be sending some more samples. I'm going to give them access to their pack so they can just drop them in whenever they have time. I think we're too late. We come on too late for them, they can't watch it live. But Moreland is green on Moreland. MRJ pack is another one that I have samples from, but I got to reach out to. Let's go on MRJ. All right, so I need to go get something real quick. Essential pianos. I'll be right back. And while I'm gone, I'm just gonna play this again. So it's just not complete dead air. This has been kind of quiet today on stream. My bad. I'm gonna play this piano part again, sent to us by Hazarel, while I run and be right back. I'll put be right back. Sign up. What do we got? Does that look good? Sound good? There we go. I will be right back. Okay, so like people are messaging on Twitch that I'm not. Oh, okay. Hey, Ira, I was just noticing. Okay, so you're the first message on Twitch. That's why I was afraid that I was getting Twitch messages and they weren't showing up here. But I see that I was just not looking. Good to see you, Ira. I was just talking about how today's been a little quiet. Mainly because I didn't get many samples to listen to today. Although I think it's a very productive day because we're filling out the spreadsheet. By that MIDI right there was sent to us by Hazarel. So let's jump back over here to the spreadsheet. Let me share this with people just in case you don't have the link yet. Let me go Copy link is a link to the spreadsheet. If you save this spreadsheet, save a shortcut to your own Google Docs or just save it somewhere, you can refer to this spreadsheet throughout the season for all the important information. And I'm on it right now. And you can watch, it's like, I don't know. I'm the only one that can edit it, but you can watch me edit it in real time. So that's okay. MRJ. Get back to the folders. MRJ. Got samples from MRJ. I just got to reach out to them and ask them, is it okay if I use them? Naxic sent samples. We're green on Naxic. In-game sent samples. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Ned game, but I like it. Looks more like ND games. Oh, it's indie game. Indie game. Indie game. So maybe it's indie game. Indie game is green on indie game. Game developer maybe. Nim Kai. Green on Nim Kai. So many samples. This is awesome. Okay. Inski has not sent anything this season. So what color was I doing if they haven't sent anything? But I'm waiting on season. They said they would send some stuff. So I'm going to go blue on Inski. Okay, OKRJ. Blue on OK. Reba sent some stuff. Smoke. Ira, I'm sticking to Ira because I've already forgot how to pronounce her name properly, and I don't like to mispronounce people's names, especially when they're here in the chat. So, hope you don't mind me just calling you Ira. I know you told me how to pronounce your name, but I just feel like if I said it, I would say it wrong. All right, Ira. We've got Super Z Russell's green on Super Z. Oh, Techno Dragon came by the stream. They agreed to let me use the samples that I've had for more than 2 years, I think. They started them, and they're now entered the collabs, and we've resurrected an old project. That's what I'm all about. I like to use everything I've come up with and kind of like take advantage of anything that I've created or collected at some point. You get more value out of your time that way. No wasted time. Might as well use everything. BLDR, Boulder, waiting on boulders. We're going to go blue on Boulder. Why was Chica an orange? I think I'm in Chica's this blue also. Okay. Bandit's green. Green is, I've got samples ready for season 2. Yaley. Blue. Young Outsider. Green. Urion, I've got to reach out to them. YURRION2. There. Yellow. I gotta talk. I got samples, but I gotta talk out to them. Okay, that's the list of people that I've got samples from. Unless I'm forgetting someone. Pretty big list. Get a good night. So this is. How do I see how many this is? So I got to count, huh? So bad math. I go copy. Right, so we got this list here. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. We got that, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a new one also. So new. Paste. About 45. We got 45 people. That's way more than I thought. 45 people. And if we just want to go green, how do you sort by just green? I'm not the best with this stuff. There is a way to do it. Seems like I can always do it on my phone. Sort sheet, randomize, get link, define name, range, protect. Randomize range. What? No, get link to this range. Okay, I don't know how to do it. Conditional formatting, data validation, column stats. Seems like on the phone I'm able to sort by color, but on the desktop I don't know where the option is. But not a big deal. We can see here that pretty much, especially if I reach out to the people in yellow and they say yes, I can use the samples they've already sent. That'll turn all those people green. And then the blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not going to pressure them too much, but there's 11 people that know about the collabs and said they are going to send some samples. But, I'm not going to bother them. You know who I'm missing on here is Full Mana. They said they would. Full Mana. Actually, we're missing a bunch because I got a whole list of people on this paper here. So let's fill out this pit list. So now we're going to have a bunch of people that said they would send samples. So they would be blue, but see the reason why do I already have packs for these people is because I created a pack for these people season 1. This list I'm adding now are people that said yes this season, but I never created them a folder. I'll leave them white for now. Let's actually start top of the list. Party Killer Tunes. Wasteful mana for now. Party Killer Tunes. Perfect. And resize column. Tunes. Longest name. Party Killer Tunes wins the longest name so far. Party Killer Tunes. Alright, so we just got more people to add here. 11. Jocham. Some of these names might be spelt wrong. I'll fix them later. So this, again, I'm adding a whole list now of people that said, sounds like a good idea. I'll check it out. Or something like along those lines of, oh, that might be fun, or okay, I'll send you something later. And these are all going to be for season 2. So this list: Fox Galaxy, Apple Zelensky, Hinso, Full Mana, Intimus, Zardy, Yaley, Mr. Fox, Indicted, Dead Cousin, Little Wing, Base. I think Little Wings. I don't know if Little Wing said they're going to involve the collabs or just a jam. So I'm going to leave Little Wing off for now. Base Genix are Sensitive, Chicka Prior, Smokes, DLC Ninja, CJ Kamikaze, Cold Stream. Cold Stream. Antimatter already did. Ski Lion. Oh, it's not tab. You don't hit tab, you hit Ski Lion. Ski Lion, all one word? I don't know. I'll fix that later. Ski Lion. Kitson, I Am Jet, Boulder, BTS, Outsider, OKRJ, Jazzaro, DJ Shadow, Tinsky. Marche, MAR5HAY. Fake Leg, I think. So they're gonna send some stuff, maybe. Fake Leg. Emerald sent some stuff. Why is Emerald not on the list? Emerald. Why did I never make a folder for Emerald? My bad. That's why we're doing this. We're checking all the boxes. Okay, new folder. Emerald pack. Because it was just presets and I forgot to send them over there. I gotta put them over there. And I also add the list up here. Emerald. Doesn't really matter if it's alphabetical order, but I'll go insert one above. Green. M. Okay, we got Emerald Green, another person green. That's awesome. 46 people already. And if we start counting all these people, it's gonna be way more. Okay, so 46. Emerald, Achy Leg, Emerald, Evolving, where I got Emerald Nataliz. Nadel. What's this guy's name? I don't know the producer's name, but it's Jimmy Rodriguez is his Discord name. But he's Rodriguez. They said that's not their real name though, and I don't know. They never told me their real name. So we'll get their producer name later. Rodriguez. Thanks for Rodriguez. 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 Hey. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong page there. So I'm adding that list to the wrong page. We need to go back to this actual official spreadsheet. Oops. No problemo. Go. Delete this. We'll just add the new list to this when we're done. Delete that. Make it all white. We started a new list. Okay. And we'll come back to this spreadsheet. So I'll jump back over to the other one. Jimmy Rodriguez. Is that even his name? Let me go to the Discord. Jimmy. Guez. I should have known that. Jimmy Rodriguez. Sounds like a baseball player. Oh, I got too many sheets pulled up. Go close that one. Guez. Jimmy Rodriguez. Gonna send some samples, I think. Reba already sent some samples. Page 1 and 2. I could almost throw this piece of paper away now because I documented everyone, right? That's everyone. I'm gonna throw that away. We got this page over here. Bobby, we got Bobby. Who is this? Oh, I forgot about. Okay, so we have Archeon. Or is it L? I don't know, but also known as ENJIDROP. Drop. Reset. Okay, so waiting on samples from them. Brojo. CHANGRY. Changry. Okay, this is way more than I thought, everyone. Like, way more. Crazy. Mr. Because all this list here in white is people that said yes to season 2. You know, I'm not going to bother everyone too much, but I will reach out to each one of these people again and say, hey, you still want to send something? It's not too late, things like that. So we'll get more samples from these people, but still just putting this list together of people that will either send samples or at least knows the competition. I mean, the challenge. What are they called? They at least know that the collabs are happening is good. So we have Mr. MC Fishboy. Not Mr. MC Fishboy. So they're gonna send some stuff. Got Hydro, you're on Endgame, Hasreal, Heim, Wanzon. WAN. Cathil. C-I-L-L. They already sent stuff? We might be missing their samples. Let's jump back over to Cathil. No, they did not. I need to check my. I have a Gmail that people sent samples to also. Send samples to guild@gmail.com. I've gotten samples. I need to check back in that folder. Alright, so there's Cathil. Maxi Waxy already did. I Retro Freak said sure. Moreland, Naxic, Nimkai. Already got all them right. Infinite Phoenix has already joined. There's okay, last page. E-N-O-W-A I check them real quick because some of these names are ringing a bell to me, and I just don't remember if I ever like finished conversation with them. Okay, I gotta make you to join. I can explain. Just gotta reach out to them again. That's good. Check No Dragon, the Microwave Dave. Microwave Dave. CJ saying it says 0 watching on stream when even though I've been here the whole time. I don't know, it does that sometimes. Like down here it says 4. You know, I don't think too much about that because it get into my head. I always just think of the replay quality. So I try to do the best I can hosting even if there was no one here. Because, you know, I always think about, well, people can rewatch this at any time in the future and they didn't know, you know, so and what's neat about the streams on Twitch is they get way more, they get replays. On YouTube they get some replays too, but on Twitch we get, you know, we get an average a decent amount of replays. Feels good. And I do appreciate anyone that does hang out here and watch in the chat and chat with me because it makes it that much more, you know, enjoyable for me and I think the people watching the stream too. Some days are more active too, depending on what I'm doing and how much promo I do. But I like it. I like to feel like this is like an online studio, recording studio, and we're just always here in the studio, and people can stop by at any time, watch the replays. And since I make the events so like ongoing, season 1, season 2, spreading it out, it's just kind of like that thing that's always happening. Some days will be good. There's like a big grease spot on this piece of paper. Good thing about throw it away. Microwave Dave. Okay, the Mighty Low. Some of these names are so funny. The Mighty Low. GHT. Mighty Low. Comps. Like each one of these people in white, I'll probably reach out to one more time this season and ask if they want to still send samples. Because because I think we got a lot. We got a lot of people already, and if these people still send, if half these people still send stuff, that's going to be a lot. And then as we go throughout the season, people can keep sending samples, and at that point, people are going to be sending samples that we need. Oh, fishing hook's already in here. Like I keep saying, so say we're working on a track, one of the 8, and we go, okay, we need a vocal for this. At that point, someone can send a vocal sample. I go, hey, I need a new bass line. This track could use a bass line or whatever, or an 808. Someone can send me the 808 in that exact moment or that day or next day. And so we're going to be getting samples for the tracks till the very end. Yeah, Ira's saying so many people we should do more songs. Honestly, I don't know if I can do more than 8, but you know, I could think of it. Just depends on how it goes. But honestly, with this many people, not everyone sent full tracks. A lot of people just sent a few samples. Yeah, we're just looking at the green here. The green ones are the ones we actually got samples from already. Now, if a lot of these other ones turn green, yeah, we're gonna get quite a few samples. if we ever have to, we'll just save the samples for like another season maybe. But I think we could fit everything we got so far into 8 songs. Depends on how much more we get. Okay. Yeah, Alpha J was saying something similar. Like, we're gonna have to put people on a queue. Like, get so many people going to season 2. I mean, season 3. And like I said, I don't know if there's gonna be a season. Just a hint. I would love there to be a season 3. I really like doing this, and I kind of come up with this system. I think, okay, I've always wanted to live stream. I was like, okay, what's a good thing I could do on live stream? Oh, collabs would be good. So I like the idea. I'm just not gonna start talking about season 3 yet because we're gonna focus on season 2. But just to let everyone know, if there is season 3, it's gonna be based on how good season 2 goes. And if we got a lot of extra samples from season 2, that's a pretty good indicator that we should do a season 3. Okay, I'll move this screen. We have too many pages here. I'm getting confused. Okay, we got Shubverse. We're almost done with this list. I want to throw it away. Got something on it. Tired of touching it. Okay. Fishing Hoax. Chef Blue joined the Flaming Maniac. Waiting on samples from the Flaming Maniac. Yeah, I think Flaming Maniac just won the prize for the longest name. Mani. M-A-N-I. Flaming Maniac now has the longest name. Resize column. 5th column. 119. The Nobody. Mr. Blade. I gotta find a way to get a hold of Mr. Blade. I think I got their email. I talked to them in a virtual platform, and they said they'd get involved. Actually, I don't think they're even supposed to be on this list. I was just writing their name down so I didn't forget it. I'm gonna skip over that for now. Who's this? Tommy? I gotta pull up Discord real quick. I'm forgetting this name. Tommy something. Tommy. That's just Tommy. Let's just go with Tommy. I think. Right, Tommy. No, that's the wrong Tommy. Okay, we have a problem. I wrote down this name and I don't know what it says. No problem. I bet I can find it here if I just click the messages real quick. We're almost done with this list. Wrap this up. Let's see. This is who is this? Why would I write this? It's not gonna be that far down the list. I just put it on here. Faceless. There it is. It's Tomei. Tomei. Okay, I'm gonna get this name right. Found it. Tomaoyajison. Okay, and Ilford. Lost. Mr. KK. These are the people who went over this beginning of the stream. I guess it's Mr. K. K. Paul. Last one. Paul. On. Sure. Okay, so let's take a look at what we just came up with here. Wait, Tommy. No, mutual server. This is not even anything music. That's a Final Fantasy server. All right. What did we end up with here? We got this list. So 76 people because the first line's what's on the first line? No, it's Alpha J. First line. So there's 77 people kinda in some way involved with the collabs at this point, which is a lot more than I thought. This entire list here can be color coded basically blue, like we're waiting on samples from them as well. That's exactly what it is. So let me go blue with them. Okay, so the blue are members that I reached out and said they want to collab, explained the collab to them. They said, yeah, it sounds cool. I'll get you some samples at some, they said they're going to send some samples. So that's what the blues are. So those are samples that may or may not come in, depending on, whatever. And then the ones up here that are blue are the same thing, but they're just from season 1, but just carried over. They never sent samples, so if they still decide to send samples, they're gonna be blue. I Am Jet said they're gonna send some samples. All right. Green are people that have already sent samples. It's a lot, but compared to the rest, I'd like to see a lot more green on here. So we gotta cross our fingers for those other samples. But I think we're gonna have enough for 8 tracks. So all the green, and then the yellow, I have samples from these yellow members. Thing is, the samples came from previous collabs that were never agreed to be necessarily community collabs. So before I give them away and merge them with other tracks, I need to reach back out to these members and say, hey, can I use your samples for these community collab projects? DJ Shadow Wolf actually should be green, because that track was for the collabs they sent me, honestly. Go green on that. I already have samples from them. And then Cyclops, I'll wait until I hear back. The Real Wolin, I have samples from them that was never meant for a collab at all. It was just meant for a MPA challenge we did a long time ago. Vocal samples. I'm gonna ask them, hey, can I use those vocal samples for our collabs now? But I think they'd say yes, because they already donated them to the community anyways for community challenges back in the day. MRJ was supposed to be a personal collab between me and them, and I just never finished it. So I'll reach out and say, hey, MRJ, can I use that now for the finish it now? Kind of like I did with Techno Dragon, and they say yes. Urian, I got samples from the endless jamming app that I do on Saturdays and at other times, off stream. I got samples from one of the things. I reached out to them, see if they wanted to join the collabs. I just haven't heard back, but I got samples. All right, that's it. That's where we're at. I'm still waiting on more samples to come in from a lot of people, and when we get those samples, we'll check those out on stream as they come in. Tomorrow, of course, today's only Tuesday, so we got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 more days of collecting samples. They might be short strings depending on how many samples we get. We're gonna continue to build up this spreadsheet, so just so people have it, I'll go ahead and copy this over to the other spreadsheet. We're gonna continue to work on this spreadsheet and get it all ready for the season, for the next week. I mean, let's go copy that. Find the other. This is the shared one. I shared a link in the chat. This is the one you can follow along with. I'm gonna go ahead and paste this here, so everyone has access to this list. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, listen to any samples that come in, continue to work on this spreadsheet, talk about the project. Then the next week, starting Monday, is a real fun week. We're going to start making loops out of all the samples we collected. I'm excited about that, because that's why a lot of the programs and the apps and tools and plugins, or whatever they're called, VSTs and everything that I have, are designed for just that, manipulating samples. So we get to use all those, and I'll find good ways to share them on stream. A lot of them are on my iPad, and then I have some plugins, of course, for FL and Ableton. So there's that. I'm going to wrap up the stream today. Thanks everyone that hung out and checked out the stream. Again, I'll share the spreadsheet one more time. If you didn't get the link, save this link so you can follow along and keep up with the project even when you're not on the stream, or you can't, or whatever, because I'm going to be updating this spreadsheet daily based on all the information, who's on what collabs, the name of the collabs, the key, the BPM of the collabs, and everything like that. So follow the spreadsheet. I'll also share that spreadsheet in the Discord and on the, definitely, Ira, thanks for being here. It's a lot of fun. CJ and Fox and other people that stopped by, thanks for tuning in. Party Killer. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can always message me on Discord to continue the conversations. And if when I get the time, I will definitely listen to anyone's tracks they sent to me for feedback and any other questions y'all might have. All right. Goodbye for now.